Welcome to Difficult Terrain Podcast.
Woo! Cheers.
The podcast has been fully endorsed by one of my toy poodles.
Oh, which one?
The one that can't hear or see.
Oh, perfect.
He says
that's why it's been endorsed.
Rave reviews.
Smells like content.
Perfect.
What a good name for a dog. Smells like content.
Kind of long to say in the dog park, but well, welcome back, y'all. How's everyone kicking today in this fine winter month?
Pretty rainy, according to the Sirenscape. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Wait, turn that
I wanted to put us in the Mongambia mood.
Okay.
You're like a siren, the way you bring us in.
Oh, and then this button.
Monstar stole the Sirenscape powers.
There it is.
Monstar.
Is that a Pokemon?
No,
Probably.
Space Jam reference.
Oh, old Space Jam or new Space Jam?
Old Space Jam.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what the name of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never saw it, sadly.
You never saw
Meant to.
Space Jam?
Yeah, never saw Space Jam.
Okay, derail our plans for this podcast and let's go into this is the discussion of the night.
I'm hitting leave now to go watch it.
It was like the best movie.
I know, I've heard, but I don't know, just never. What it came out in like the 90s, right?
It was like 96, 95, something like that.
I wasn't born yet, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Gen Z over here.
Zoomer.
Let's take one layer back. Have you heard of Britney Spears?
Everyone's heard of Britney Spears.
Well, I don't know.
Even Gen Z.
I don't know, she's kind of multi-generational now.
Yeah. Especially after the whole Britney documentary that came out. And
The Free
everyone was
Britney?
like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think everyone's heard of Britney Spears, but I don't know. Who am I? The alphas, we'll see. But everyone definitely has heard of Pathfinder. I mean, clearly it's a household name.
Everyone.
Yes.
Everybody plays it. I know there's like 300 Strength 1,000 podcasts out there, but we're glad you joined ours.
Yeah.
And what I have been glad about over the pandemic, now coming out of it-ish, what I'm talking about is the bringing in of something I used before COVID, which is like Postmates I used for a long time. But the delivery environment that we live in now, the delivery culture, where you can go on Instacart and get all your groceries delivered. Do you guys even go to a grocery store? Have you seen a grocery store in like the last 5 years, or do you not do any deliveries at all? Is everything now? You know, you're back in the business, in the Giant, in the Kroger, in the Piggly Wiggly.
I think ShopRite is the correct.
ShopRite up there?
ShopRite, yes.
Shop wrong, bitch.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Fighting words.
Oh, no.
Are they good? Is it like a Wegmans? Is it like nice?
ShopRite is the best supermarket ever.
Does it have a bar inside of it?
Some of them do.
See?
So
okay.
Can you walk around with it?
Depends on the state.
Oh. Well, okay.
Affordable prices, great selection.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been going to Aldi.
I may know
Aldi.
someone in the business. Maybe.
You guys doing the little? Do you do the
Maybe.
little?
The little
That-
one.
Lidl.
The Lidl.
Is it Lidl? Lidl?
I think they're
Lidl.
associated with Aldi, but Aldi is amazing. I don't know how they do the economics of it, but like raspberries and blackberries are like $1.12 there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And they're like $8 in every other store I've ever been to, and it's not just like random. It's like same Driscoll's and all the normal brands, and
Wow.
I mean, occasionally you get ones that are like duds and rotten and stuff like that, but like I'll buy 8 of them and
For
just figure it out.
$1.
Yeah.
That's really
go.
good price. They have very weird off-brands of many things. Produce,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'll give you Matt produce, but like they have some weird stuff that doesn't really fit. Like frozen veggies, their frozen veggies are like, I don't know, weird off-brands that, I don't know. I've been there once and it was like, I feel like I'm in another country or something, which makes sense.
Yeah, we don't do like our primary shopping there, but we use like for supplemental stuff. I actually listened to a book on tape, The Secret Life of Groceries by Benjamin Lohr, a friend of the show, and it was a really fascinating just kind of look at one, the rise of kind of Trader Joe's and how they kind of like price their like profitability based upon weight and shelf space and stuff like that, and then also got into the Aldis and everything else in the world.
Have you shared this with our mutual friend Sam?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, is this Sam of Sam's Club?
That's
shared
what I was
it
thinking.
with
You
Sam
guys have...
Wall
You're
or
friends with
whatever.
Sam? The Sam?
Walton? Yeah.
Yeah, no.
He's dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yes, to answer Dolph's question,
sorry, guys.
I very much do shop physically at the stores. Because I always thought that it'd be so hard to like order everything online. I know some other people on here have ordered online, or how like costly maybe they upcharge you. We just started ordering online like once or twice though, and they don't upcharge you that much. So we actually might look into doing it more and more frequently. But
Yeah.
I did just get one of those credit cards that gives you 5% cash back on all grocery store spends. So I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah, sounds like a Chase deal.
Shout out to Chase Freedom.
The Chase
Another sponsor of the show.
Another sponsor of the show.
Chase Sapphire Reserve gets you, I think, a Instacart Plus membership for free. You
Yep.
got that?
Yep, I got that all set up.
Yeah, I feel like the few times I've done it, I hate it. I hate doing it. I mean, it sounds so convenient, but this one time, Alyssa ordered, she was just making something with broccoli in it. So she ordered like 3 heads of broccoli or something like that. And instead of 3 heads, she got like 3 full bags full of broccoli. Like, we had broccoli for like 2 weeks. It was ridiculous. They did the same thing with bananas once too. Yeah,
Me too. I got like 5 bundles of bananas. I was like, well, good thing my monkey farm will be happy at least.
Yeah, like it's hit or
banana
miss.
bread. Yeah.
That's true. I don't know. Good old fashioned shopping at ShopRite is for me.
Okay.
I like the control,
Boomer.
not just like quantity apparently, but also just like the quality control that you can get to kind of pick. I've heard some horror stories where people like will order like meats or something very perishable, and they get like stuff that's past date or something.
I agree.
Well, they will give you your money back for it, but then you don't have the item. So you're like, well, now I have to drive to the freaking store.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
The only bad experience I've had is when I've ordered 2 16 packs of energy drinks, and they literally just sent me 2 cans. They're like, oh, just have those for free and reorder. I'm like, am I going to get them? Or am I going to get 2 cans?
Get your monster fix.
So you did that 32 times and then got all your
And
cans
eventually
for free.
got what I wanted, yeah.
Yeah, it's a mess. It is a hot mess. I got some bad, soft avocados, like mushy, earlier this week. That's the worst. I was like, well, I guess I could make guacamole since they gave it to me for free since I complained. But it's just a pain in the butt, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Definitely.
I hear that. What about food? Do you guys use any of the boxed services?
Like the Happy, or was it HelloFresh?
Yeah, HelloFresh, Blue Apron.
Never tried it.
Oh, really? Well, I have 3 free boxes coming your way. I tried them all. I think I've tried every single one of them. Well, first of all, I'm always enticed by free stuff. So I'm like, oh, you're going to give me a week of free food? Okay,
Sure.
I'll try it. We've landed on HelloFresh across the board. They have their own issues, and I don't know how you do it for a family, but for 2 people, it's fantastic. So, and you don't waste, because I feel like as a chef, and we talked about this, Josh, because you sent me that link, and I did sign up for that. It's a YouTube group that plans your meals for like all month without waste. So they're like, okay, you buy all your big bundles of stuff and use a little bit in your, like say a bundle of chives. You only use a little bit in your chive, this recipe, but now throughout the month you'll use the rest of those chives. But the rest of it's pretty cool. But it was paid, so I didn't actually go through with it. So.
That's fair.
But
you enjoyed it for the free. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was very cool. If I was doing that, but HelloFresh is just so easy. It comes in and gives you exactly what you need. I'm not spending a crap load doing recipes at the grocery store. I don't know. I'm not a good chef, so I have to follow a recipe.
Yeah. I think for me, it's easier to go grocery shopping and being like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to use all this and not have much waste, if any. For cooking for 2 people, like the spontaneity of like, you know what, I don't want to eat that today from one person can ruin that entire goal of not wasting food. And sometimes you just need that little push to order delivery, or instead of making something, or just like throwing the entire plan out the window and, I don't know, going to the grocery store again.
That's fair. When I lived alone, it was definitely different. Lorna, is that same for you? Or you, because you live alone, is that you just go eat out all the time?
No, I mean, not really.
Are you a Chef Boyardee?
Absolutely not. I just like scavenge my house. It's just like, I'll eat I'll find like things that don't go off, I guess. But yeah, it is nice to have the ability to like impulsively decide if I'm eating the food that I have or going out.
Now, family, I can't imagine, Matt, you have the biggest family here. Like, how do you, well, I guess they're still pretty young, so.
Yeah, I get like shopping ADD sometimes. So like we're in the store and we're sometimes like dividing and conquering. So in terms of like food waste, sometimes like my wife and I don't necessarily always know what the other is like buying in the moment, and it winds up in the cart. And sometimes if you're cognizant enough as you're like scanning it and stuff too, we do a lot of self checkout. You find it out there, but there's also times too, like later on getting the crisper drawer, the meat drawer, like, oh, I didn't realize that like it's usually me kind of buying random cuts of meat or random. My wife calls it aspirational celery. I usually pick up a head of celery. Like, yes, I'll eat this as a snack instead of a sleeve of Oreos. Surely. And then usually throw out the aspirational celery 2 weeks later.
This is true.
You guys don't make a list before going to the grocery store?
We have like a rough list. I mean, we're pros now, so we kind of know. Okay, we go to the apple section. Get if Honeycrisp are on sale, we get Honeycrisp. If not, we get Gala. More and more we go after.
You go Gala?
Usually, I mean, now that our toddler
apple shade over here.
I mean, listen, I wish I Patreon, step it up. I wish I had Honeycrisp money. But
there's the middle. No, I mean, there's Fuji, there's Pink Lady, there's.
Let me tell you, Fuji and Pink Lady and Galas, they're all the same thing.
No, they're not.
No.
How dare you?
It's
I'm from
Honeycrisp.
Seattle. I will not let that stand.
All of them. Listen, Cosmic Crisps are amazing, but Macintosh, because my son likes to eat apples, they're softer apples, so we are in the Macintosh.
I love Macintosh
right now,
but they're a pie apple.
A Macintosh apple does seem appropriate, name wise.
I wonder where they got that from.
You think that went that way?
No.
You almost had him there, Aaron.
I was like, maybe is this like a Steve Jobs is like, I don't know.
I am expecting for a family of 4, and we do grass fed organic milk for our kids. So
you have that, but you won't buy Honeycrisps.
It's like the cheap spending cap.
Yeah.
All right.
Got
more priorities.
That's fair. That's fair.
Wow. Well, that's strong. Well, I know you're both in different sides of the grocery store when you're buying. Sometimes it'd be nice if you would be able to like scry and see what the other person was doing, similar to what Klaus is doing.
Oh,
wow.
Nice segue.
It's a long stretch.
I'll take it though.
No, I give that a solid B+. Solid B+.
Okay, I'll take A. In school, I would have been very happy with that.
Yeah.
So B+ on the scrying is, and we'll have to see how this woman does in this scrying your father. So last time we met our heroes, they were taking some downtime between books, as you do in real life. And I forgot to load up my.
What does that mean?
Sometimes between books and real life, between adventure paths,
you
have to go take some downtime.
Yeah.
You hack into his webcam, see what he's doing.
Oh no, you don't do that.
Call the FBI.
Be a bad idea.
Yeah.
My dad was very upset when they shut down the gambling sites online.
No. Yeah. We just has to move to a state where it's legal.
Exactly. So
New Jersey's one of them.
well, he's in assisted living, so I'll tell him. Maybe we can look around, buddy. But anyway, we went back and you guys did some downtime stuff between adventure paths and did your own thing. Otua got a letter that had to be passed through the postal police because it had a magical item in it. Put it on. It was a necklace. Lovely necklace. Beautiful. You look beautiful in it, Otua. And it turned out to be a communication pendant between you and your mother that used to belong to your sister. You didn't even know that it had that power. Been called back home. Similarly, Klaus, you got a letter being called back home as well. But you had your own suspicions about it, saying definite trap. Definite trap.
That is correct.
I'm going to ask a high-ranking teacher here. Rolled a pretty good diplomacy check. And got her on board to help you out. Korzakan. I want to say Lorna, but it was Korzakan, not Lorna. In the world of Pathfinder here. And Korzakan saw a couple of half-orcs, decided to pass on anything that they had going on, said, I'm out on that. Went into the town, picked up some goats, hung them over your shoulder, went to the bar, found out that the old pirate that was stalking you apparently got some jail time and hasn't been back. Maybe that's why you haven't seen more of him, because he seemed to be adamant to come after you. Mm. And our poor little halfling, Zoe, is going through a horror scene. Yeah. Where late at night, the acorns are hitting the roof of his house from apparently a brand new oak tree that was never there before, which tends to disappear from time to time. Not sure what's going on there. And he's hearing the lovely musical chants of a lullaby in his room.
That is the creepiest thing.
And that is where we are.
I love just want to say, I love how all of y'all's stories are like happening over days and multiple times, and Zoe's is like one night.
I think we're on the second night.
Are we on the second night? Is it the second night happened?
Yeah, first night you heard the pinging, you checked it out. Maybe even during the day you checked it out, but I can't remember. But you found out it was a tree.
Yeah, that's right.
Second night, it disappeared. Second night,
you're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll take that back.
You're right. But I am, out of game, going to probably start with you here, just so that you have opportunity to join someone else's situation, since I had to rework things a little bit from last week. So we will actually start with you.
And Korzakan. Oh, okay. Oh.
You did point to me on the... Yeah, wow.
See, I'm pointing right at you.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Now I see it. Okay. That's why I messed up. Okay.
And I have those now. I got a little situation going on. I've just gained a little weight in the past since I started this job. So
you have
moves is what it's referring to.
I have some, yes, to throw around a little bit. Yeah.
Shout out to our sponsor, HelloFresh.
Wow. Aldi. Anyway, so we'll start with Zoe. So you spend another day. You go to sleep that night. Do you do anything during that day? I guess, is there just a regular day for you? Are you trying to? Is it freaking you out enough where you're taking any sort of preemptive measures? Are you, what's going on in your head, and how do you feel about protecting your family?
Yeah, I mean, Zoe is worried. Absolutely, he's worried, but he's not worried enough to like voice it. I think I said last week that there's a magical school. Weird things happen all the time. So, he's freaked out, but he's not freaked out enough to be like to alert his wife and child and to run away. So, he might go investigate a little bit in the daytime to see, if there's any marks on the ground or whatnot, or if it's looks like it's completely unscathed, but he's not going to do anything too crazy here.
Okay. Yep, absolutely. So when you go out, you find the spot you were looking at where you think the tree was, but it's so unassuming of it that everything is still there. So it looks like the grass patch is not like a circular field circle, field crop, or whatever, the crop circle. There's nothing like that burnt out of the ground. I will take a survival check though. Let me roll one for you. What's your? Are you bringing Gordy with you for?
Gordy is always with him.
I don't see anything else unusual. Just almost like it was never there. Almost like you could almost think that you imagined it. Like, is this all like some weird hunt? Is this some weird situation in my head?
Yeah, I mean,
that's like an ant.
That's gonna make Zoe very, very uncomfortable. There's no trace, and he's thinking, "Oh, maybe this is all in my head." But I mean, nothing seems amiss during the day, right? Like, other than that.
No, very normal day. Nothing unusual.
Okay. All right, he's gonna give it one more night, and then if something else happens tonight, I mean, he also doesn't. He's not one to go bother a bunch of people about things, so he's not going to go like off and bother a teacher with all this nonsense. I mean, nothing dangerous is happening, so he's not going to go like, excuse me. He's not that type of person. He's he'd rather try to solve this problem himself. So
fair enough. I think it's a fair play. So you go to bed that night. Put wife goes to bed. Oh, I'm going to sleep. I'm tired. To put on some Netflix. And you put your son on the floor where he sleeps. and you go to sleep. And you probably toss and turn a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Probably can't sleep super well.
Yeah. And enough where instead of your wife, you are the one that wakes up when you hear something in the night. You kind of hear some shuffling, something going on in the house, in your room. And you look up, and there's a halfling woman.
Oh.
Over by the, we call it a cradle. I don't have kids.
Bassinet cradle. Yeah. Good.
Bassinet. I like that.
Yeah.
By Bassinet holding Zachariah, facing away from you. She's singing to him in a very familiar tune.
Oh, God. That's so creepy.
Tell me about your sense of Gordy at this level.
I actually need to look up what happens to Gordy when I sleep. Because he might actually not be there. Which, yeah. Yeah, no, okay. He can be there. It's only if he only goes away if I'm reduced to 0 hit points. He moves more than 100 feet. Actually, those are 2. Or I dismiss him. So he's definitely still there. I can share senses, so I can basically look through Gordy's senses, and he can do the same, vice versa.
Okay. You look through Gordy's senses, and he is outside, and he seems to be searching around like he heard something or he's sensing something. Possible danger.
Okay. Well, I mean, in that instant, Zoe sees someone holding his child, so he's going to he's not very stealthy, so to speak, so or large and intimidating, but he's going to do what he does best and says, excuse me, ma'am, can you please put down my son?
And this halfling woman turns around, and she's beautiful for a halfling woman. She has she's got a little bit of a beard, and she got some moles and stuff. It's more like peach fuzz, and but beautiful long locks of hair. And she's pretty light skinned, and she says, she's like, oh, he's so beautiful.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Would you mind putting him down though, please? Back in his bassinet.
I can't believe how beautiful he turned out. I should have known.
Okay, ma'am, please put the baby down, please.
So, well, I just came to see my grandson.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think you must be mistaken here. And he's gonna try to nudge his wife away. There's no way. You're not. What? Your grandson?
I know I haven't seen you in years, but so I'm your mother.
No, my mother died. Missing? No way. No. Who are you? For real? What's your name? Who are you?
I'm Rafinda.
Rafinda. Please, Rafinda, please put down Zach.
And Zariah, I've been watching you for most of your life, and when I saw that you had a son, I knew I had to leave and come see him.
I'm sorry.
And
you're telling
she's just
me this is not making sense. And he's trying to nudge his wife.
Your wife's like, I'll give her 50-50 again. We found that she is a heavy sleeper, so
apparently.
Okay, well, she is still passed. She hasn't woken up yet.
Oh my god.
She like rolled over. She's like, ah. She's like, Gordy, ah.
And Zoe's mind is racing. Yeah. Okay.
I know I know I wasn't there for your life and I couldn't be, but I want to be now, and I think you should come with me. You should go. I live out in the expanse. Come with me now. Let's go. And take your son with us. And we can live together.
No. Well, Rafinda? I mean, even if you are my mother, that's no, that's not, that can't happen. No. I have a life here. Zachariah's gonna have a life here. We're raising him right. This is his home. He belongs here. You have no right to come in here and do this. And Zoe's gonna be like not commanding because they share actions, but like Gordy's gonna come in. Like, you know, Gordy kind of realizes what happens and he's coming in. You know, I mean, he might, however far away he is, he's on his way.
Oh, he is on his way.
Yeah.
You kind of see her. She walks towards you.
Zoe gets out
She
of
says,
bed.
Listen, do you not recognize me? She says, I'm your mother. She reaches to touch your face.
He like recoils back. This is not something he's ready for.
Okay, well, we're going to go into initiative then.
Oh boy.
Oh man! Let's go to a map. I'm just kidding.
Oh boy. Initiative. Fight my own mom?
Sometimes you just have to.
Okay.
Also, is Zachariah
Actually-
still in her hands?
Yeah.
Actually, instead of we will do initiative, but I'm going to make a roll to see if she is able to touch you or not before you pull away.
A reflex save, maybe? Just straight up?
Nope, we'll make it like an attack roll, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. She's going to slap you.
Yep.
How dare you talk to your mother
Would
that
an
way?
18 hit you?
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay. She touches you, and okay, yeah, you'll need a fortitude save.
Okay.
It seems to suck energy out of you.
Ooh, that's good. 27.
27. Totally fine. Nothing happens to you. You are fantastically fine. And she says, you always ruin everything, just like your father. And her face starts to turn, and the moles start to turn into like warts. And her light, pale skin turns into like a light green skin.
Oh.
And we're going to go to a fucking map.
God, no.
Can I bring up?
Yes.
If you are getting a fortitude save from being slapped or just coming into contact with your mother, what about Zachariah?
Yeah.
Do you think Zachariah could roll a 27?
I think this is something deliberate she's doing, and probably is not deliberately doing it to a baby. Hopefully.
You don't know.
I know I don't know, but I can't.
You're her baby, apparently.
Well, she didn't care enough. Bad initiative.
That is a creepy picture.
Yeah, this is a creepy hag woman.
Mm-hmm. Turn from a halfling to a hag-looking creature. And
Your wife might be able to wake up and attack before you get to.
Oh God,
attack and
no!
stack.
Don't make me have to think about protecting my wife. No.
what is your initiative?
15.
Oh, she rolled a 16.
Oh,
She says, well, with or without you, I will have your grandson. And she runs with your child to the door. And when she opens the door, you know who's there?
is it Gordy?
No one. Not even Gordy.
Motherfucking Gordy.
Nice.
Blocking her.
Yes, let's do this.
And she goes, ah! She hisses. And she puts the baby down on the left side over there. She clearly does not want to hurt this child.
Good.
But that'll be her third action. And it will be Zoe's turn.
All right. So while Gordy does his thing, Zoe is going to walk up his one action, 25 feet. Well, run, really. While Gordy attempts to grapple this woman who claims to be his mother.
Said hag, that's what I was going to say.
Hag, yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. You know what? I'm going to hero point that. I think this is
Okay.
important.
Early hero point.
Yeah, early hero
Early hero
point.
point.
I'm not even going to say what it was. It was bad.
Okay.
How do I roll that? I rolled it two times in a row.
Oh, that's actually perfect.
Yeah. Does that mean
Yeah.
I get a 20?
I think it's a 22, a nat 22
Yeah.
that way.
Is that how that converts? All right. Well, that's that action. So I'm assuming
It is our New Year episode.
Oh, maybe it's like Delta Green.
Yeah. Is that a crit? No. I'm going to assume a 13 fails.
13 fails anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? He like reaches out. You know what? He was gonna have to roll concealment checks anyway because it's low light vision and it's kind of dark out. So that's one action. 2 actions. Zoe is gonna walk up and grab Zachariah with his 3rd action.
So second and third,
Second
walk and then
and grab
interact.
as the last one. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You grapple the baby.
Grapple the baby. Do I need to roll a grapple check?
He doesn't resist.
Okay, good. He knows his dad.
He knows you.
Yeah.
He is, and he's not even crying. You're surprised.
Well, no stranger
and
danger.
As you grab the baby, we will fade to black.
Oof.
Oh.
All right.
And we'll go over to back in the daytime in Magambia. And we are in a professor's office. And she has her hands around a crystal ball. And on the other side of it, Klaus has his hands on his side of the crystal ball, feeling a little awkward.
Very awkward.
And there's a smoke going around there, and smoke clears out. And as you know, Klaus, from probably reading about it, a small little eyeball, almost invisible, pops up above your father's head wherever he is. And what you see is the ceiling and a headboard. You think he must be laying down on a bed, perhaps.
I thought it looks down on a person.
Eye manifest just above the target.
Yeah, so not necessarily like on their forehead or something, but like above them, looking down at them.
I kind of like above the head. To me, it seems like it, and since he's laying down, it's going to be above his head. So to me, that makes sense.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I guess it could just be above in general, like third party or third person game like GTA.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the way I would assume. Otherwise, it would be super useless in like 75% of the cases.
Fair enough.
In which case, it wouldn't make it a level 6 spell.
I think that. Okay, cool. So eye appears above your father, and you see him laying in bed.
Yeah.
And
Does
he
he
seems-
look ill or is he just sleeping?
He looks ill. He's sleeping by himself. It looks like he's just like full of sweat, just like sweat induced, and yet under the covers, like he is covered up with blankets, like he's freezing and yet sweating.
Okay. So clearly ill. Is there?
It looks just like the bedroom you know him to have lived in.
Does it look like it's in disarray or anything like that?
You don't have a whole room visual, but you definitely see there's a bed stand with a oil candle, oil lamp lit next door, and he's, it seems that there's a little bench by the bed, like someone's been sitting there taking care of him.
Okay. Their father was always horrible with the pretend playtimes that we would have. So clearly, he's not very good at acting. Neither but he knows that I would scry to find out how he's doing. At the most opportune time. So, Klaus looking in on this probably will take just an awkward amount of time just kind of viewing it. And then once Tonkat kind of like, wrap this shit up, come on, I got shit to do.
Is that what you needed? Do you have what you need?
Yeah, and then Klaus would be like, well, thank you very much. This is not exactly what I was hoping for, but this will do. Thank you. And remember, or I will remember this, and obviously it's a favor. Anything you need, let me know.
No questions asked.
Oh, that's my favorite phrase. I prefer favors that are no questions asked. Especially if it means I have no culpability. And Klaus will turn about face and head out, brows a little furrowed, as he's like kind of trying to decide what to do. He sees that the letter, at least to some degree, is accurate. Now it's a question of like, does he actually go and help? Does he potentially get stuck back on the farm? What's the trip down to Vidrian? It's probably like a week-long trip, right? So if I get down there and then come back, unless I can get someone to teleport me, that's a 7th level spell, and I'll owe another favor from the same person, no questions asked. I'm not sure I'm willing to do that. Yeah, Klaus will pack his things from his dorm, and he will make the trek down to the farm.
All right, so you decide that you're going to make the trip.
Yeah, and he's going to buy road rations, and he'll also, like, before he goes out, see if Ott needs anything, like see if anyone needs any tasks done. He wants to leave a good
You're going to the
impression,
store.
so that way.
See if anyone needs anything.
Well, getting rations from the store, then going to Ott, teacher Ott.
Well, it's a little bit of summer break, so they kind of expect you to, but you're welcome to, see what's going on.
My father needs me, but I need extra credit.
Well, if I get stuck down there and then come back in like 3 or 4 years, I want to make sure, like, oh yeah, come back. Yeah, we don't mind. Yeah.
You want to let them know you're not abandoning them.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, fair enough. So you're packing your stuff, and we black out. We're going to head back, and we're going to go back to Zoe. We're going to wrap this up.
Oh,
One quick timeout. I'm just
Go
going
ahead.
to blow my nose quickly. Sorry.
Oh, that was the thing I was going to talk about. Instagram, I ordered butter, and they gave me this. I mean, Instacart.
What?
It's amazing, by the way. It is Vicks
Smells like butter?
flavored.
Oh.
It smells like eucalyptus. It is the best nose blow I've ever had, but it was supposed to be butter. So,
Well, it's pretty fair trade. Did you look up the cost of that?
cheaper than butter. Turns out.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's probably why
I-
you have it for free.
It's not
I
surprising.
blow my nose like a foghorn, as I'm sure you heard. So that
We actually could hear it a little bit. It's kind of amazing.
I'll amplify that.
The last like 10 minutes, I was just like, oh my god, I'm blowing it.
Oh, I've been there. So we're gonna head back to Zoe's situation so we can wrap that up so that we can essentially, once we get out of the game, that way Zoe, you don't have to sit around while everyone else is working. You guys can join other people's situations and have a good time. So you are here, and it is her turn.
Okay. All right.
You have your baby, and she doesn't seem immediately like she wants to attack you, so she attacks this Eidolon. Eidolon, some people say. So she already changed shape. Okay, she is going to, she breathes in, and this green-like fog comes out of her mouth and envelops your buddy here, Gordon,
Gordon.
as we call him.
Good old Gordon. Trusty Gordon.
I'm going to need some sort of check here. Oh, here. There it is. Fortitude check, please.
All right. Much worse. Not bad though. This is Gordy, right? Yeah, 18.
18 is good, but not good enough. You're going to be enfeebled 1 for the day.
For the day?
For the day.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Downtime, but damn.
Right. And then what she will do is she will take her claw, her hands, her delicate little halfling hands have turned into claws, and she takes a slash at our good friend Gordy for 26.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Regular hit, right?
Regular.
Damage is going to be 10 damage.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
Okay.
Zoe, what would you like to do?
All right, so
This creature's in your house.
yeah, so Zoe is gonna take a step back while Gordy, feeling a little bit weaker than before, still wants to is going to reach out and try to trip her. Pretty good. 24 athletics
24
against, I believe, reflex.
Yes, that will work. Yes,
All right.
She is prone.
So he kind of sweeps under her legs out from under her. She falls, and I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And then I think Zoe is going to Like he feels all the wounds. So he is going to treat himself. He's going to do battle medicine on himself real quick. Fails, of course. So that's fun. And Gordy's going to do an agile attack against her while she's down on the ground. That is a 6. No. That's not how math works. 18 to hit her flat-footed AC.
18 will miss barely.
Oh. Okay. All right. All right. That's it.
All right. At the end of your turn, your wife does wake up. She's like, oh my god, what's happening? She starts freaking out.
Come here, get Zachariah.
All right, and she, it's going to take her a round to get, to get into it. The green hag, however, it just starts going at Gordy. She doesn't even seem to realize it's a part of affecting you. I mean, we know from the game wise, but she's just trying to get this thing out of her way. It looks like,
and she's tripped.
She is tripped. Yeah, she's going to stand up first. Obviously, is there attack opportunity for Gordy yet? That's 6th level, right?
That's a 6th. Yeah. Sorry, 1 lamentation.
One thing at a time. All right, so she will make a couple attacks, claw attacks. 25.
Yep.
And I'll go ahead and roll the second one too. And the second one's a natural 19, so that'll hit at a 29.
Okay.
Is that critical?
No, 20 AC. Almost.
Ooh. Almost. All right. Damage is looking as follows: 6.
Okay, not bad.
And 14.
Okay, bad.
Big difference, but that's how it goes.
Below half health.
And that'll be her turn. Zoe. She is just slicing your Eidolon up.
Yeah, I mean Gordy's in there, so he's gonna
leaves everywhere.
Reach out and try to do some damage. I mean mission number 1 is protect Zachariah. So Zoe is gonna take a step back while and he's gonna kind of move back. He's bleeding too. He isn't I don't know how this happens, but those cuts are just magically appearing on Zoe as Gordy's kind of getting sliced up. So there's trails of blood here as Zoe backs up and is trying to give Zachariah to his wife. And Gordy's, as he does that, Gordy is gonna reach out and slash her, or try to, with a 22.
22 will hit.
All right. Oh man, damage is so low right now. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
I mean, he's gonna keep her busy. This is what he's gonna do. So he knows this is sort of a losing battle, but it's his job. Protect the child.
Protect Z.
Third action. That was 1. Actually, you know what? Zoe is gonna channel some energy out. Oh, did I move too far back? No, exactly. Okay, and I'm gonna need a reflex save from her, please, as he does electric arc.
Gordy's also within range of that.
Bad roll. 20. I'm sorry, 13.
Oh, 13. 20 is not a bad roll. Yes, DC is 20, so 13. Okay. Okay. That's a 2. That's a 1. Ugh. 7 points of damage.
She steps one step over and attacks from the side. She is working to get her way out of this house. 26.
Yep. It's a hit.
And a 12, which ensures a miss.
It is a miss.
7 damage.
Okay.
And your turn again, round 4.
All right. So,
fast rounds.
Yes. Having 2 people or 2 combatants is my wife. I forget her name. Wow. That's good.
We won't tell Alyssa.
Yeah. Is she there? Can I hand off the baby?
Yeah. She runs up this round and grabs the baby from you. She's like, oh my god.
And he's like,
is it Molly?
I thought it was Molly.
Sounds right.
Yeah, it was Molly. Yes. Wow.
Don't worry, I got you.
Thanks.
Got your back.
Thanks, Klaus. I can always count on you to remember
Anytime.
my wife's name. So he says, "Get back! Get him out of here! Get him out of here! I'll explain to you later what's going on." And Zoe is going to. Well, Gordy is going to try to trip her up again. Oh no! You know what? This is what's gonna happen. Zoe is finally free and kind of able to concentrate on this thing. he is going to cast Enlarge. So, Gordy gets to be large.
Sorry, you already used that earlier in the evening.
Oh, no. Gordy had to reach a dish on the top shelf. So.
Oh, Gordy. No. Well, yeah, that too. I met with your wife, but that's a whole nother... Yeah.
I knew where you were going with it, Dolph. I was just going to not acknowledge.
That's amazing.
The rumors about
So Gordy turns large.
That's amazing.
That was a different night. My bad. Go ahead. So Gordy gets. Is he within range?
Oh shoot!
Oh, is it 60 feet?
It's 30 feet. So Zoe's gonna have to step up 1. Damn it!
That's what your wife said.
And cast Enlarge, and then Gordy's gonna try to trip her. So Gordy gets large. Gonna reach out and try to trip her.
All right. Trip away.
26.
That will trip for sure.
All right. So she falls down again, and that is the end of the turn.
And Gordy's huge.
Yeah, Gordy's
Or
large.
anyway. All right. As she gets up again.
Yep.
Just burning her turns here.
Yep. That's the goal. Burn her actions.
And she's going to make one attack first. 25.
Yeah.
That'll be 7 hit points.
Okay. Still up.
And she says, "I will be back. I will have that child." And she starts to run off.
Okay.
And she runs around the house.
I mean, I gotta be honest. I think Gordy's gonna chase.
Ooh, okay. Okay. We have a chase scene.
Ooh.
Sweet. Okay. What's your speed?
25.
Okay, hers too. So you start chasing her through the evening streets of Nintambu.
Well, let me stop you right there because Gordy has 100-foot range. So if he goes any more than 100 feet from Zoe, he unmanifests.
Oh, I see.
So Gordy was going to chase her around and 100 feet from the house, essentially. And he knows his limit. So he knows where he
the invisible fence comes up.
Yeah.
His little collar goes off.
Exactly.
And, okay. I forgot about that. Good point. So you chase her to the 100-foot limit and wraps it up. So she gets away. And unless Zoe is going to.
No. Zoe is bleeding out on his living room floor, trying to comfort his wife and explain what the hell just happened. Because he doesn't really know. He's not going to chase her. That's kind of sort of Gordy's instincts.
Kind of left a lot of questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Very weird.
Well, we'll wrap that up then. So that evening goes as planned. Do you guys go to like a hotel or something, or do you spend the night there? What do you guys do?
I mean, Zoe was going to patch himself and Gordy up, and I mean, they're certainly not staying in this house. Tonight. Maybe not ever. Who knows?
Go to the dorms?
No, they're probably going to find some inn that's not too far away. I feel like the dorms are a little bit further away. Because, they live on a farm, so...
it's true.
So, he's got to commute. So I feel like they're not going to go there. They're just going to try to find some inn and stay there.
Makes your wife feel a little better, too. She's like, oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Who was that thing?
Apparently she was my mother.
And as you're thinking about that, I'm going to roll you guys another check. Now that you've checked on that tree, but I'm going to give you another check. This is going to be a society check. Do you have society?
I do not believe so, but let me double check. No.
I'll give it nature as well.
Yeah, then that is a +7 and a +8.
All right. Yeah, you even thinking about this thing, you saw her, and you probably heard of hags. It could be a hag, but you don't know, and you may need to work with one of your friends who has society.
Okay.
in their time. So you guys, the family goes to a small inn, place where they feel a little bit more safe, and spend the night there.
All right.
So what are your next steps? So
What is Zoe's next steps? I thought we were transitioning. Protecting his child is mission number one in his life right now. I mean, that's why he's going to school, because he knows he has magical powers. He's trying to keep him safe. Doesn't want anything accidentally exploding. So yeah, I mean, those are the top three things on his mind. Is what the hell was this thing? Was it his mother? And where should he go now? So he's gonna kind of try to be tackling all that stuff.
So when you get up in the morning, where do you go to figure out what this was? What do you want to do? We'll transition soon, but with the rework, we're going to focus a little bit on you.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he's going to. I mean, his teacher. I mean, that's kind of the person he knows who's going to know anything. So he's going to Teacher Odd, I guess, is his sort of his best known person to reach out to.
Lorna's face.
Yeah.
Korzakan's like,
yeah.
Although last ep, Korzakan was getting trashed with Teacher Ott. So
I'm pretty sure I arrived there trash.
Oh,
so.
touche.
Yeah,
But didn't you guys drink a little bit?
It's not the same as getting trashed. It's all the same.
True.
he's a tea drinker.
Careful with that slander.
Well, I take it back and I apologize.
All right, so you head in. You talk to Teacher Ott the next day. So. How are you doing?
Hi, Teacher. I'm sorry to bother you, especially because it's a break and all. I'm just a little worried. We had a little unexpected visit last night, and from a creature. I think it was a hag. You know, I heard of them before, and this woman who was strangely beautiful, and then kind of she came into our house, was holding my baby, and she wanted me to go with them. And long story short, she claimed she was my mom, and and then she transformed into some green ugly thing. I think it was a hag. I was just wondering if you know anything about this, about hags, what kind of creatures they are.
She changed. She changed shape. What other abilities did she have?
She got these freaky long claws that was cutting us up real bad, and she did something to make Gordy feel real weak. Not entirely sure what that was. Just try to touch me, but in an aggressive way, Yeah, I mean maybe that's has nothing to do with a hag. Maybe that's just sexual harassment. I don't know.
All right,
but
I'll roll, find out.
Okay, that seems
to find out whether it's.
I rolled a critical success, so I can tell you I know exactly what this is. In fact, they're out in the expanse. Not sure if you're familiar, but hags often come in covens.
But more.
But if she was in here in the city, then she must have left her coven for something that was important to her. And what's important to a hag? Well, that's a good question. So it sounds like a green hag, from what you're telling me.
Yeah, she's green.
She was green. Yep. From the claws, from the weakening from her attacks. They tend to hate beauty and purity, and they will put together complicated scandals perpetuated by them to involve impersonation, mistaken identity, seduction, though maybe not in this case. She did say she was your mother, and betrayal of loved ones. All these things in combination. But for her to leave her coven without some sort of complicated scheme involving her sister hags, it must have been something important to her.
Yeah, I mean, she said she wanted mostly Zachariah to come and live with her, and she was singing something that sounded real sweet and creepy to her, or to him. Yeah, I mean, maybe she thinks, and she tried to take the baby and run. I mean, that's Seems like she thinks he's pretty important to her.
In the middle of the city. Yeah, that's a big risk.
Yeah.
Maybe she knows you somehow. Did you run across her in your adventures?
I've never met this thing in my life. I mean, if she can change shape, I mean, who knows?
And she said she was your mother. Did she look like your mother?
I don't know my mother. Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe I should have lived
Well,
with that. I thought you knew. Yeah, I'm an orphan.
Oh, I did not know that. So maybe there's something in the family that you don't know about.
I mean, maybe. So what do you think we should do?
And you didn't mention it, but they do change shapes. They also can change into trees.
Okay. All right. That's creepier.
Assuming you would have brought that up, that you had seen a tree, but I kind of went with that.
Well, yeah. That's even okay. So she was just in my house or in my yard. Okay. All right. Well, what do you suggest that I do? I mean, we can't have. She knows where we live. We can't stay there.
Well, we could have someone put a ward up, similar to what we did with the ants for a while. I know they're coming back, I heard, but not a whole lot we can do about those. But we could certainly put a alarm ward up for you in the evenings.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that's strong enough to stop her? I mean, if it stops ants, maybe. Why would it? How do you think it would stop a hag?
Alarm ward would mostly just raise an alarm if anyone enters your property unannounced in the evenings.
Okay.
After hours.
Yeah, we might need to stay at a hotel a little bit before we can figure out a little bit better security measures than just a loud noise.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could involve your neighbors. We could certainly get a community watch if something goes off. I mean, this is a magical town. There's plenty of people who could help. But please take your time until you feel comfortable, or perhaps you sell the house if you really don't feel comfortable and move somewhere else.
Are you in the market?
Well, I'll tell you, there's a great dorm room in the Spire Dormitory that's open.
I don't know if they're gonna like a screaming kid.
Oh, we have students with children. Feel free to move in if you like.
I have to. All right. Well, thank you, teacher. I really appreciate this. I have to go talk this over with my wife.
All right. Well, just let me know, and we should have a plan by the time we see you next week.
Okay. Sounds good.
Have a great night, y'all.
Okay, good night.
We've already been recording for an hour and 16 minutes.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fast.
I know. We are at the end of the episode.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Okay. Oh.
I'm very sorry.
Well, I guess next week it is.
Yeah. All right.
No, nothing to be sorry about at all. It's I didn't know it lasted that long. It just kind of flew by. I was entertained. So hopefully you guys somewhat enjoyed yourselves in Zoe's world and a little bit of Klaus.
I felt I got to do nothing but music. It was great, except for like the one scene.
I think it's your new job.
All right, cool. Sorry, everyone. Klaus is gone.
DJ Klaus.
Oh,
in the house.
DJ Klaus.